Caples Lake Resort. This is one of the two dams that control Caples Lake. Because they're working on the other dam, the main dam, this spillway dam has no water going over it. Overview of Caples Lake, high in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Some more of Caples Lake. Famous for its fishing. You can see all the stumps sticking up that the timber they cut down when they made the lake many years ago. The stumps are still there, and of course if you were going to put an AquaDam in, you could not go over the stumps. This is the main dam that creates Caples Lake. They're working up here and drilling straight down through the dam to get to the tunnel underneath of it. Here's an AquaDam right here. That's a 3-foot high AquaDam right at the base before the water goes into the tunnel underneath the dam. I wasn't here when they put this AquaDam here in. I helped put these two AquaDams over here that creates the majority of the lake. I wanted to do this so that the fish life would continue in the lake instead of being completely drained like all this area is. A little closer view. There's two pump systems going to keep the area dewatered. One, there's a 4-inch pump sitting here that's pumping the water out from behind this 3-foot high AquaDam. This water is being pumped over and put back into the greater lake with a 4-inch line. From the greater lake, there's a 12-inch pump running all along here underneath the highway. The line runs underneath the highway right up here, continues on down, then goes downhill right through here. And back into the main stream below the main dam. The water is discharged here at the end of the pipe into this plunge pool. Now I'm looking straight down on the 3-foot high AquaDam. of our AquaDams that are 8 foot high. This is their dewatering pump to keep the elevation of the lake constant. Comes up the bank, goes under the highway right here, comes up on the other side, follows the highway, and then down the hillside into the plunge pool at the bottom of the dam. Here's the two 8 foot high AquaDams, side by side, just like we left them. We've got a little discharge pump pumping directly back over the AquaDams from the dewatered side. Here's the dewater side of the 8 foot high AquaDam. And of course they're working way over in here at the base of the dam. But this is the highest spot that separates the main dam and this little channel, and that's why it was chosen. And it didn't have a stump in the way, so you can see a stump right here. That would be a no-no to go over that. All this brushy stuff right over here, root wads it looks like, well, we couldn't go over that, so they picked a good spot for the AquaDam to be set in to accomplish their goals. This is an AquaDam without a baffle, 8 foot high, with an AquaDam. This one has a baffle and it's 8 foot high. This dam is supporting this dam, which is doing most of the work at holding back the greater lake. This is the amount of water that they've got going with a submersible 2-inch sump pump. This is the amount of water is being pumped over continuously. That's how much water is leaking underneath the dam. It's not only leaking underneath the dam, it's just leaking out from the surrounding higher elevated ground. Groundwater is also being collected here. But there's a bucket. Here his suction submersible pump is sitting right in it. We've got a hose running over to the generators. Excellent job. This is the fill end of this AquaDam. It was 150 feet long. Given enough time in the sun, this is what happens to the thin layer of mud that's on the bottom of the lake. Now it's dried and cracked, and somebody wanted to clean it out. It's ready to be dug out and hauled away. but that's not the goal of this project. But the AquaDams haven't moved at all in the last, it's been over 30 days since we've put them in. They're in good shape. Of course, they got to keep the lake pumped down to where it's no higher than what it is now. And we're just going into the, we're October, middle of October. It's already snowed once up in the peaks. These AquaDams will be frozen in 30 days. Way over here is the new boat ramp being, concrete being poured. I can see they got the rebar down. Good job, AquaDams. I don't know if you can see the picture there, if it's going to come out. A little bit of seepage underneath the AquaDams, that's it. Easily controlled with a 2-inch submersible pump. That's it. Job well done. To keep the lake down to a workable level, there's two 12-inch submersible pumps from Rain for Rent feeding one 12-inch line that it must be half a mile long, and it's got to pump the water up and over the dam. So there's a lot of pressure in this guy, and of course it's done with aluminum pipe so that it can maintain that pressure, and evidently they had to use two 12-inch electric pumps to get enough pressure to pump it up and over the dam. Quite a little feat. Many days into putting this galvanized pipe together. There's a big Y so that the two pumps pressure comes together. And of course there's the two submersibles out there in the water. This is the electrical, two electric lines running up here to these two generators. The two generators and pumps are supplied by Rain for Rent. Or at least the two pumps are. I don't know about the generators. Close-up of the boat ramp. There's a lot to do to make a good boat ramp. This is a fresh poured concrete slab, and now they're making grooves in it. With these long sticks, they have a metal device on the end that makes grooves. This concrete slab's been poured, and why they skipped one, I do not know. This project is in Caples Lake in the Sierra Nevada mountains, not far from South Lake Tahoe. They've drained down the lake considerably. Putting the AquaDam right across this little inlet. Here's the dam. They've got to work on the toe of the dam, on the pipe going underneath the dam that discharges the water. There's two 30-inch pipes, and they need to be worked on. And so the project is, instead of draining the entire lake and killing all the fish in here, they're only going to drain this part of the lake, and the AquaDam's going to be here, keeping the water in the greater part of the lake, so that the fish life that's in there will stay, instead of draining the whole lake. So they are going to partition this lake using an AquaDam. Then they're going to dewater the dam side, which would be over here, and open up the two 30-inch pipes, and that'll let all that water out. And then they can work on the 30-inch pipes. Boy, look at the fish this guy caught this morning here. Rainbow trout. Look at the size of them. Of course, these fish is what this project's all about, is to save this world-renowned fishing lake that evidently has got a lot of big fish in it, and they want to save them. Here's the AquaDam being installed. This is a 8-foot high by 160 foot long, baffled, double closed end AquaDam. We've got 4 pumps going into it. They wanted secondary containment around the pump, so this little thing here, the 4 pumps have to fit in this. Secondary containment. Well, that sounds better already. In the field here this morning, we made this open-ended dam into a double closed-ended dam. These are the fill tubes coming up through the top. We've got 4 3-inch discharge hoses going in, 2 to each side. And then, of course, we've sewed the end off.
Hey guys, is that watertight material too?
almost all the way across.
But if it rotates, it will flex the AV and stop.
We're allowing the current to go around the AquaDam so the water stays level on both sides. We have to get a good head inside the AquaDam before we start draining the one side. This is a bad angle for an AquaDam to marry up to.
Beautiful looking dam so far, though.
This is a lot closer here than over on this side. So as this one touches and it builds on the rock, it's going to shove the AquaDam that way. Because this other side over here isn't going to be on the rock, it's still going to be in the water. Now this is a baffled AquaDam, we shouldn't have much trouble, but a standard AquaDam, yes, this bank here would be difficult for the AquaDam to come up. It needs to hit it squarely. And we didn't quite hit that, but it won't matter. We have at least 7.5 feet of water depth here. That's too great for this dam. Again, it wasn't measured correctly. Now we've got a 4 or 5 inch head inside the AquaDam that's firming up. We've got to put another foot of water in it, a foot and a half. Working on the second AquaDam. It's a standard unit, no baffle, 173 feet long. The second 8-footer here is, we've unrolled it using ropes, not water pressure, so we could get it to fit like a glove right up next to this other AquaDam. So after we unrolled it, then we pulled over the AquaDam. We got a rope tied to the bottom of it in 3 or 4 different spots, so we could pull it over to the side of the first AquaDam and then secure it so it can't move away from it. So when we're done filling, we want that water, the 2 AquaDams to be touching. And I believe that's what's going to happen here, so we're looking good. Over next to the dam, they have red buoys up, which have a curtain on them to keep the fish out of the pipe that goes underneath the dam. So when they drain this down, all the fish won't drain out and go on through the pipe and down downstream of the dam. There's a little closer view. It's a big rectangle. keep the fish out. The AquaDams are right there. Since they were going to drain the lake, they decided to put a boat ramp in. And this is the new boat ramp. Doesn't have any concrete on it yet. But what a fine boat ramp this is going to be, because it was done in the dry and not tried to be done underwater. Again, I'll scan that back. This is crushed base. It's been rolled, make a flat surface, and now they're going to come back, either pave it or pour it in concrete. I'm told before they put the dam in, there were two smaller lakes out here, and they were drained right through where we're putting the dam in. It's only about 100 feet wide there. The original 1849 homestead wagon trains going to the gold rush came right down this flat, through these trees. You see the stumps, and then there's a road carved in that bedrock on the other side, which I'm going to show you. But this is how the pioneers made it over the Sierra Mountains. Not many people get to see this because the lake's been drained, and the lake was put here in 1923. So it's been covered with water a long time. We're going to put a pipe to drain this water out right here that's trapped between the two AquaDams. We don't want it trapped between the two AquaDams. So we're going to put a pipe down. Now back to the story of the settlers. They'd come right down through here. They would cross this creek right here that flowed these two dams. There was two mountain lakes in here, small, but they increased the size in 1923. And this is the where they crossed with the wagon trains, and they went right up that road right there, right between those two big rocks. The reason that's so flat is because the wagons, they made it that way so the wagons could get through. And of course that little road winds up through those boulders. This is the crossing, or of the summit of the Sierras, or at least real close to the summit. The wagon train came right up through this trail here, in between the boulders. Only way through. I don't know if they carved it or this was a natural opening in these rocks. They went right up through here, made a bend to the right, and followed that grade on, around, and out. Of course, this was a forest then. You can see the tree stumps. Two dams side by side. It's taken us approximately approximately 6 hours to put these dams, 2 dams in. So we pumped the water out between the 2 dams. And this pulled the 2 dams together. We don't want to see water collect between the 2 dams. We got a white pipe underneath the dam at that end. Right there's the white pipe going underneath this one, just this one dam. So thus water can drain out. Now we pumped it down so these 2 dams would marry up and would start touching each other. And this dam is the backup dam for this dam. This is the main dam. This is going to have the lake water on one side of it, and it's 7 feet deep. All of this water is going to go through the big dam over here and be drained. But they're not gonna, they can only drain so many gallons per second or per minute because of the fish biologist has it planned that way. So it won't be drained down until next week sometime. They could open up those 2 30-inch pipes going through the dam, and this would drain this down within the hour, but they don't want to do that. This is how deep that water, see that stick? 6 feet tall. About 3 feet deep, water depth. Maybe 3, there you are. 3.5, 4 feet of water. Three feet of water. Five feet of water. No, there it is. He stuck his arm through there, so we're at 6.5 feet of water. So we're at 6.5 feet of water. And we're looking for the deepest water. That's what we have to plan the AquaDam on. And there is 7 feet of water. Yep, 7 feet of water right there. So that's why we have 7 feet too much for one 8-foot high AquaDam. So they've got 2 of them in here. And all the depth is down there on that end of the AquaDam. To find out how good of a seal we have with this AquaDam, we're going to watch the water fill in here and see how long it takes it to fill in. We pumped it out. And that'll give us a good, if we went over any big rocks, or we're not going to get a good seal, but apparently we're going to get a great seal, and I don't see any water boiling in anywhere. So, of course, when they drain all this water out of the dewatered side, and they hold back the rest of the lake, that's a lot of force on the side of these AquaDams, and there are going to be men inside the gravel dam that makes the lake, so they want to make sure these are going to be just fine. And so they double down on their bet, and so either one of these dams here, one of them alone, maybe is big enough, because it's not a very deep, wide area. The rest of the area we're crossing is not very deep at all. So we're in good shape, looks great. Get a good look of a standard unit and a baffled unit.
It doesn't even break.
We've put a gut rope around the AquaDam here. We put a gut rope around the AquaDam. It goes around right here. And then we've tied off to it. Underneath, around the AquaDam, there's 50 feet left rolled up, 40 feet left rolled up on this AquaDam. We didn't want it to unroll any further. So we put a gut wrapper underneath the AquaDam, went over the top of the rope, the gut wrapper, and then tied the AquaDam back to the rope on the bottom and on the top. This keeps the AquaDam from unrolling. Otherwise, there's 40 feet left on it. They didn't want all that to unroll. What a super job.
Definitely came back up, dude.
Okay, them too. Good stuff.
All those big rocks and everything else. This guy said there's only a couple rocks out here that were about a foot tall, a foot round or so.
Well, this job's done. We're out of here. It took approximately 6 hours to install these 2 AquaDams.